Okay, Mariama, I will try.
Готово. Let's me check our translation and live in Twitter and YouTube. Окей. Сейчас. Есть. Или нету трансляции? Да, есть. Окей. Let's go. Good evening. Today amazing May with AZURO, decentralized betting. Special guests are Rosen and Peak. How you name? Peak? Yes, right?
Yes, it's Peak or just J.
Okay. And main presenter is Yarek, Slava. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, thank you, Ren. Thank you, Rosen and Pete, for coming for this AMA today. So yeah, thank you to all our crypto community and some who join us for the first time. So yeah, we have interesting and very promising project named AZURO. It's I think Rosen and Pig will introduce themselves this project. So yeah, let's start. With simple discussion about what you're doing before crypto, your background, and how did you come to this project, and what what you saw, what you start to believe in this project. Rosen, yeah, you can start first, I think.
Thank you, Slava. Yeah, thank you also for the invite, Ren and Slava. Great to be here. I had a long career in online payments. I worked for 12 years at a company that is called, the parent company is called PaySafe, but I actually worked for companies, money bookers, and then after that it was rebranded to Skrill. It's one of the most popular digital wallets, like basically something very similar to PayPal or Revolut or something like this. I don't know, like for example, I can't give you an equivalent in Russia, but I think you probably have Yandex Money or something like this. So I used to work for this company Skrill for very long years, and this wallet was globally very popular with people who bet on sports or gambling casinos and so forth. So actually, especially in the 2000s, and also like maybe 7-8 years ago, gambling payments were still very, very hard, like around the world, and many betting operators like needed different solutions so that they can allow people to deposit money there. And our solution was very, very popular, like with people in that regard. And I started as in a junior role, and then had a really kind of a good career there. And eventually, I was a senior vice president. It was a public company, multi-billion-dollar company at the time when I left. And how I started my involvement in crypto is actually I was still in this company, but my friends were poker players around 2016, 2017. They started, like getting into the ICO craze. They were making money, so I was like obviously looking at it, and I wanted to get a piece of it. So I started getting involved with that kind of speculation. So made some money, lost the money, of course, after that. But like the crypto bug was a little bit in me already, and then while I was still working, like this corporate job, I actually became also the leader for. We introduced crypto trading in this app. Basically, we did a contract with Coinbase. So we allow people to actually start Binance trying to do some things with crypto on the job, but it was more centralized. And then, I just actually, I didn't want to do the job anymore. For the past, I guess, a few years ago, I was really getting tired of the corporate, pretty much bureaucracy. You can call it bureaucracy. You can call it also bullshit. I really wanted to get in deeper and do more with crypto, which was really great timing because when I was about to leave and I really wanted to leave, one of my longtime friends and people that I met working on the job, I came up with the idea about AZURO, and I loved it. Obviously, it was connecting for me a lot of kind of my experience in I'd say in very close to the betting industry in general, and my love and passion for what actually we can build really on chain, with crypto technology. So, and that was, I think, 2021 now, or maybe April, May, and this is where we started AZURO, and we've obviously been working on it very hard and building since then.
Yeah, that sounds really great. Да, ребят, всем привет еще раз. Всем спасибо, что пришли на АМА-сессию. Я спросил у первого нашего гостя Росана, чем занимался до попадания в AZURO. Он сказал, что у него уже большой был опыт и в онлайн бизнесе. Они уже делали различные решения для различных беттинг организаций, да, и он, так скажем, у него была успешная карьера, он смог дойти до позиции вице-президента одной из компаний, в которой он работал. К сожалению, я не запомнил название, но это очень большое достижение. И затем Рослан попал в криптовалюту, и во времена 16-17 годов ICO он зарабатывал, терял, но, так скажем, он решил развиваться дальше в этой сфере и как раз-таки стал... как раз-таки, можно сказать, попал в AZURO, наверное, пришел к идее, что возможно сделать что-то на блокчейне со ставками именно в 2021 году, где-то в апреле, в марте. Вот. Yeah, thank you, Rosen. Peak, can you introduce yourself, please?
So I wasn't expecting to have to introduce myself. I'll keep this kind of short and sweet, and I'll just let Rawson take the lead
Sure.
on this.
Sure. Okay.
For me personally, a similar story to Rawson almost. I got into crypto early 2017 while I was still at university, and then kind of went through the whole 2017, 2018 bull bear market. Survived that one. I came out of university in 2018, did a couple jobs, more like internships, and realized that like Rawson kind of alluded to, was the whole corporate structure and how that works. I just realized it wasn't for me. And then in 2020, we had the big run up, and I did pretty well in 2018. So I kind of was like, well, I'm just going to try and make this my full-time thing. I started working with a company that built trading and automation tools for sexes like Binance and Bybit. That didn't kind of pan out. The company stopped trading, and then kind of got the opportunity to come on with AZURO and help them build that, and that's kind of where we're at today.
Yeah, okay, thank you. It's a nice background, though. Окей, да. Пик тоже, можно сказать, начал развиваться в крипте где-то в 2017-2018 году. Сначала это было просто как часть работы, которой он занимался, но в дальнейшем он решил, что он сможет делать это, что он сделает это full-time работой. Он работал в таких компаниях, как Bybit и Binance, и, соответственно, сейчас он попал в AZURO. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys for the introduction. And my first question is, so we all waiting for AZURO on a linear network. So when we should expect the launch of this network? Can you answer on this, Rosen?
Yeah. So we were ready to do it already last week, but Linea did not have the stablecoin bridges ready. So at the moment, I think it's only wrapped Ethereum on Linea, and we decided to wait because people prefer betting with USDT or stablecoins in general, let's say, right? So. And yeah, so I met the guys. I was in Paris for Ethereum Paris last week, and I met the guys at Linea. We spoke at length with them. They said last week already. They said that they think that they need 2 weeks to get the bridges up, and at the moment we're just waiting for the bridges to be up, and we'll go live as soon as that happens. I think by the 10th of August. I hope that the bridge is up and we go live.
Okay, great, thanks. Да, я спросил у Розена, так как мы все ждем AZURO на линии, чтобы выполнять активности дополнительно, когда же мы можем ожидать запуск. Да, и Розен отвечает, что на самом деле это было еще сделано на прошлой неделе, но так как нельзя забриджить USDT на линии, так как сейчас все, большинство именно хотят ставить в стейблах в основном, на данный момент это отложенная вещь, и вот буквально Розен был на прошлой неделе в Париже на конференции и общался с представителями Linea, которые сказали, что в ближайшие 2 недели все должно начать работать, и уже мы увидим запуск Linea Network на AZURO. So yeah, thank you, Rosen. Okay, so what additional events should we anticipate in a near future? Maybe in August we maybe can wait for something big from AZURO.
Yeah, short term, I will call out 2 things. First, we already showed a little bit of this in May, but I don't know if you guys remember, but at kind of at the end of May, we were really like increasing the liquidity behind the AZURO markets a lot, and we were also like getting really comfortable with having very, very, very good odds for it was like Europa League final, Champions League final, etc., etc. So now with start of regular sports season, I think already first week of August we will have it. The plan is to have 2.5% margin on the English Premier League, and to increase liquidity further. So I would expect initially bets of up to $20,000 with no slippage, and odds either the best in the world or one of the best in the world, like so pretty much on par with Pinnacle, and sometimes 1xBet also have like really good odds. AZURO is going to be probably better. If it's not better, it's going to be extremely close, or like it's going to be better on some of the outcomes, and but anyway, yeah, it's going to be the best odds and deep liquidity already in August, and I think by September we will be able to go even further with maybe $50,000 bets without any slippage. So that's one thing. The second, we discussed Linea as well. Like obviously, I expect this to happen around the 10th, hopefully before 15th of August, etc. And shortly after that, or around this time, we are planning to announce and basically go live with what we call AZURO Score Phase 2, which is going to be a more aggressive version of the AZURO Score. So essentially, the points that give people. That give people basically tokens when the token is launched. So so the AZURO Score Phase 2 will be basically at the moment the points are connected to the size of the bet that is taken, and in the future it's going to be not just the size of the bet but also the odds with which people place the bet. So also the risk. Yeah. So for example, if I place a bet with $1 and I get 1 point today, then in the future, if this bet of $1 is with odds of, let's say, 5, then I'll get 5 points instead of 1. Yeah. If it's odds of 7, let's say, then I'll get 7 points. So yeah, it's a more aggressive program, and also we are going to expand maybe a 500 places leaderboard, which is going to be a weekly leaderboard, and all the people that make it to this leaderboard will have basically boosts. So there will be like a gamification element to the score, which is going to be automatic, and is going to be essentially like a promotion going every week for those that make it into the bigger leaderboard.
Okay, great. Sounds fantastic. Ребят, спросил, какие события ожидают нас в ближайшее время у Азура, может быть, что-то в августе, да, и вот Розан отвечает, что уже были отличные результаты у Азура во время финалов Лиги Чемпионов, Лиги Европы, также они увеличили ликвидность, пул ликвидности. В ближайшее время планируется сделать ставки, как я понял, до $20 тысяч без слиппеджа, и с 2,5% маржи. Это первая новость. Также вторая новость — это, помимо того, что будет добавлена линейка, которую все ждут, это улучшенная, так скажем, версия AZURO лидерборда. Сейчас, например, вы просто ставите и зарабатываете, то есть поставили определенное количество денег и зарабатываете столько же поинтов, которые будут потом трансформированы в токены AZURO. В дальнейшем планируется более агрессивная история, где вы будете получать также дополнительные мультипликаторы за то, что вы ставите, например, ставку с коэффициентом 3, 5 и так далее. То есть тоже будет это учитываться и прибавлять очков к вашему скору. So, yeah, thank you, Rosen, again. And you mentioned the token, and everyone want to know when the team plan to launch it.
Yeah, thank you. I think about it in the following way, and I think in general we do. There's like two main question marks with regards to the token, and one is when, and the other one is how. And I cannot answer both questions. So what I mean is, like, we would like it to be before the end of this year, but we need to have in mind what role that distribution of the token and like the token generation event is going to play for the growth of the protocol. And what I mean here is that AZURO is like a pure token project. The idea for the token is to come at a stage when we feel like AZURO is well known and widespread enough so that enough like people can receive the token, so that really we can leverage the distribution that is wide enough to achieve like efficient governance immediately, because governance becomes slower, let's be honest, when token is out there, and that the market is also in a stage where the launch of the token can still be sustained economically after that, so that the protocol can continue to grow. So in other words, if conditions are good, if AZURO keeps growing and maybe even grows even faster than until now, and the market turns better, I think we would definitely like to do this now at this stage sooner than later. But at the same time, we don't want to make a compromise. We don't want to be too early, because my feeling is at the moment it is more possible to really garner support from the community and and get people involved and to understand about the project and so forth without rushing the token to the market. So it really is a question of like what is the distribution, how many people, how we've grown both in terms of the users, the liquidity providers, and the applications that are built on AZURO. How this looks, how of course the general market looks, but I'd say the general market probably is less important to us because we can see that for the gambling vertical and the betting vertical, crypto is just very, very, very strong. And whenever there is deep bear market, the betting and gambling solutions thrive, and they do very well anyway, right? So so I cannot give you a date. Again, if things go as per plan and things look good, and we feel like the distribution is wide enough and a really a strong group of and big group of people is going to receive the token, then we're going to go ahead. If we feel like it's not yet there, then we'll just postpone it so that we feel confident that once we drop the token, AZURO is strong enough so that the token now becomes a strength as opposed to a weakness if we do it too early.
Yes, it's fair enough. So, я спросил по поводу токена, когда планируется запуск, есть ли у команды какие-то ориентиры. И Росен ответил, что это зависит от двух вещей. Запуск токена — это когда и как. Да, вполне возможно, что Росен обозначил примерная дата — это, возможно, конец года этого. Это когда? И каким образом, на данный момент команда не может дать ответ, потому что все будет зависеть от того, как будет развиваться протокол, как будет комьюнити участвовать в нем, как будет происходить дистрибьюция, как сильно будет комьюнити. И выход токена будет только тогда, когда команда будет уверена, что проект сильный, проект отлично развился, и даже это не зависит от рыночных условий, это не первоочередное для команды. Самое главное, когда они поймут, что действительно токен это уже является силой проекта, и он будет только улучшать сам проект и давать бенефиты пользователям. So, okay, I think Ren could answer his questions.
Okay, thanks, Slava. Yes, I have two questions. First question, not a little simple question. So I have something dream about AZURO protocol. Will we able to create some betting events ourselves? I clarify what I mean. For example, we have our own game. If you know the game when we ask question and some participant answer on crypto topic and so. And 4 people now participant were and at the end of the game we have one winner. And so before the game we do some betting, but I want to do and not only I and we want to enter some liquidity into pool, for example, to AZURO, and then do some bets in these betting events. And if in future is it possible to do it in the AZURO protocol, it is very, very amazing. And so my question, do you have these possibilities in the future, and are you planning?
Yeah, thank you, Ren. The short answer is yes, for the future. Obviously, it's not there today. But here I'd say the following. obviously AZURO is set up as a really like base technology and base liquidity. And what we would like to get, like with AZURO is that we get a lot of different applications, like the one that you explained, but also many others that use our technology and maybe also use our liquidity. Yeah. And the key part is like, if the application that you're describing, if the odds can be set and basically there is margin, yeah, for the betting that you're doing, then it can use public liquidity, because it means that this liquidity pool will make money, right? And then we can expose AZURO public liquidity. Yeah. If, however, the game is like, let's say somebody says like, okay, well, I'm gonna take bets on, I don't know, if I'm going to beat my friend at arm wrestling, right? But obviously, me and my friend, like, we can decide if I beat him or not, right? So like, if the oracle about the data for and the basically the pricing of the markets, right? So what is the probability of these things to happen is working and correct, which means that the pool can make money over time. Then AZURO will be able to support this with technology and liquidity. If the betting market or the betting application cannot show that it can actually make money over time, because it cannot price, for example, the bets properly, etc., then anybody can use AZURO, like from a technological perspective, like just to set up their own pool and to set up their game. But then they will need to find who to provide liquidity for this, because obviously in this case we would not like to basically go and say, listen guys, this is an AZURO pool, because AZURO basically is a stamp of approval that this pool is going to be making money over time, because the pricing is correct, right, of the markets. So in short, we will want to support these cases, either, again, both with underlying technology, where with some modifications the application can be built, or with both underlying technology and liquidity. But the liquidity, we will, we will put it as an official AZURO pool only if we can see that this pool actually can price the markets, whatever the betting there is, correctly, so that there is margin for the LPs to make money.
Окей, friends, Слава.
Да, Рен задал вопрос. Все вы знаете прекрасно, что у нас есть такая игра, как своя игра среди инфлюенсеров. И Рен задал вопрос, можем ли мы в дальнейшем создать с помощью протокола AZURO, можем ли с помощью протокола AZURO ставить ставки на того, какой из инфлюенсеров победит. Да, и Розан ответил, что да, с помощью AZURO можно будет создать подобные приложения и ивенты, но ликвидность будет предоставляться лишь тогда, когда AZURO убедится, что все ставки и, так скажем, шансы, как говорится, установлены маркетом, что они достаточно
Оракулы еще будут
стабильны.
установлены. Оракулы, если еще децентрализованные, будут установлены.
Да.
Это чтение данных, чтение событий.
Вот, и, соответственно, тогда AZURO сможет и предоставлять ликвидность таким ставкам, если они будут продиктованы оракулом, и, соответственно, будет справедливая для них цена и, так сказать, коэффициенты, шансы на победу. Okay, so Ren, do you have another question?
Yes, I have a question. If you look at bookmaker XYZ, so I see NFT are coming soon with enter string, and so for me it's interesting what the case. Oh, sorry. Okay. What's the case? What does it mean? NFT. maybe my assumptions, I'm right or no. So my assumption, for example, if in the future we can mint NFT, bet is a separate NFT, and so when we can hold this minted NFT until the outcome. So after, for example, after burning NFT, we will get money or don't or lose, for example. But it is one case before. But the second case, for example, if NFT is a tradable, say buy or sell with NFT, we can sell or buy with NFT, and so we can sell this NFT before outcome. Maybe we can use something arbitrage before ending of the event. This is my assumption. Is it real or my assumption are wrong?
I think it's good assumption. That was the initial idea. So that through NFTs, it can act as a cash out function, where you can, you can mint and sell your NFT before outcome if you like the odds, or maybe if you want to hedge or whatever, or arbitrage. Generally that's the idea. Actually, there's even like other maybe potential use cases. Like sometimes people really like to share their bet slips and say, hey, like look how smart I am, like I got this basically, like I got this express, for example, like I won, etc. So we've thought like also like maybe some people would like to mint a very kind of crazy bet, or like a really really big bet, and maybe they want to like have it kind of forever. It's just like bragging rights, and proof of what they did. But that's obviously like just a nice kind of idea. But the main idea is, yes, to be able to sell bets that are in play, to cash out.
Окей. Рен, можешь повторить вопрос, который у тебя был?
Значит, я задал вопрос, что такое NFT на маркетплейсе. Вот, там все время написано NFT coming soon. Я предположил, что это NFT можно в будущем сминтить, да, событие это сминтить как NFT. Вот, и потом, до окончания события, мы сможем торговать этими NFT, то есть либо купить чужой NFT, либо продать вот свое сминченное NFT до завершения события. То есть, по сути дела, как бы мы поставили $100, и потом, например, раз событие с какой-то вероятностью меньше и меньше наступает, и цена, соответственно, NFT падает, соответственно, ты можешь продать, если, конечно, будут те, кто купит это NFT. Или наоборот ситуация, там, да, исход как бы все ближе и ближе, и ты можешь как бы сарбитражить. Вот, это как бы такая интересная история. Вот мои assumptions были такие.
Да. Да, есть такая история, да, с некоторыми букмекерскими конторами. Да, и Ростон ответил, что да, в принципе, это как раз-таки может так работать, это очень хорошее предположение. И, по сути, это будет, как, возможно, хедж какой-то, когда ты, условно, у тебя все хорошо, но тебе кажется, что лучше продать это NFT и выиграть то, что уже получилось. Соответственно, в дальнейшем тоже будут предполагаться какие-то новые утилиты для этих NFT, но пока что это вот как Рен предположил, что это минт события, да, и в дальнейшем возможно арбитраж какой-то до окончания события. Okay, so yeah, I have another question, and then we can ask our community about, what they want to hear from the project, from you, Rosen. So tell me, please, about the ambassador program. What is all about? What requires conditions?
Yeah, thank you. Well, we decided to start the ambassador program also with the advice of Auri, who is like one of the side contributors to AZURO, and maybe some of you guys kind of follow his Twitter account and so forth. The idea of the program is pretty simple, obviously. We feel that AZURO is by far the most meaningful and strong, truly, on-chain project, and the only one that is building technology that applications and builders and marketers can use to spin up websites and apps and products and stuff like that, which we believe is how essentially on-chain betting will disrupt traditional betting, where things are not possible in this way, where you can have the liquidity and the tech somewhere, and then you just in under a week basically you say, okay, I'm going to start my own betting website or something like this, right? So we're the only project that are bringing this to the table, and a couple of very, very interesting pieces of tech innovation. And at the same time, we have really, I feel like, focused on the product a lot in these 2 years, and this is exactly right. But we just feel that it's this stage that we need to make this. We need to make AZURO more popular. We need to change the perception of people out there about how easy it is to start, a betting app or a betting website or a betting business. Because really, this is incredibly so much easier now, with AZURO than compared to before. If you want to do this like in the traditional world, right? So, and to do this whole stuff, and also with the token, to have a sufficient decentralization with the token, to have a lot of people holding the token, taking part of the in the protocol, but also getting a part of the value, etc., etc. So all of these things, obviously, you need wide distribution for them to work out. We feel that the ambassador program can help us achieve this. We have officially decided to allocate 1%, a minimum of 1% of the total token supply towards this ambassador program. And and we have started, I think I would say we are kind of 2 months in. I would call it a kind of really test period. But now also with the linear launch and the other things and the start of sports season, I think we will want to just get more people in, of course, whoever wants to contribute. And and the idea there is that if you're smart, especially also if you have reach, of course, and you're good with content, educating and creating compelling pieces of content, then you can help us educate the crypto community, but really also I hope at the end of the day the world, really, about what is now possible with this technology that we bring to the table.
Yeah, thank you so much for answering. Я спросил про амбассадорскую программу, как в нее попасть, какие условия. И Росан ответил, что так как проект достаточно, можно сказать, фундаментальный и, можно сказать, уникальный в своем роде, сплав технологий, ликвидности и так далее, который будет позволять легко создавать любые беттинг-события, беттинг-бизнесы и так далее. Для этой технологии, конечно же, нужно распространение. И команда AZURO сделала амбассадорскую программу, которую она выделила 1% от суплая токенов всем амбассадорам, которые будут контрибьютить проекту. Да,
Ребят, Ярик, я хочу подчеркнуть, 1% на амбассадор, 1%. Вы должны сражаться за эти проценты. Это действительно, если текущий valuation, это где-то около там 170 миллионов долларов сейчас, при фандрайзинге 7 миллионов. Поэтому это очень высокий процент на амбассадоров. Поэтому быстрее отправляйте заявки на амбассадоров. Это прямо будет большой кусок пирога. Так, Ярик, спасибо. Хотел подчеркнуть этот пунктик.
Да, верно. Спасибо. Да, и, соответственно, ребята, всем тем, кто умеет работать с контентом, умеет делать классные треды и, в принципе, есть какой-то outreach на других пользователей, которых вы можете привлечь, рассказать, насколько классный проект AZURO и что он позволяет. Да, подавайте свои заявки и, соответственно, начинайте амбассадорить. Так, окей, я думаю...
Так, let's go to community. So
Да, как раз таки 40 минут.
first one, we accept question from Harma holders. Rosan, if you know Harma holders, Harma is an NFT of our community. So we have some priority to question to Harma holders.
It's okay.
This one.
Yeah, guys, please raise your hands and go to the stage and ask the questions. The voice questions are preferable. So yeah, Geo, hi. You can ask a question in English or Russia.
Russian.
Окей, давай.
Вопрос такой. Возможно ли AZURO будет инструментом как акции на фондовом рынке для выплаты дивидендов для их холдеров с прибыли компании? То есть, допустим, у тебя есть токены или NFT-шка, и ты, соответственно, будешь как часть DAO, и когда компания будет зарабатывать какую-то прибыль, она будет делиться с этим, со своим комьюнити, которые являются холдерами. Вот. Для этого AZURO токен.
So yeah, okay, thank you for the question.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you tell me if I didn't, but yes, I would like it to be like this. Now, I cannot promise you, obviously, because these decisions have not been made, but I can tell you that we want it to be like this. AZURO is a pure token project. There is no equity. There's nothing like this. And we also look at a lot at the success of GMX, not just from a user perspective, but also GMX as a proper decentralized project that shares revenue with the token holders. And there's a lot of similarities in the basic model from a business and revenue perspective between AZURO and GMX. It's just that GMX is a platform, right? And AZURO is like the base layer where others can build the platforms. But the economic model is similar, and I would definitely like that at the end of the day, the token holders get, if not all the value, the majority of the value that AZURO can generate.
Ну да, так, Дим, привет. Гео, да, это одно из видений проекта, и на данный момент Роза не может пообещать, но они будут стремиться к тому, чтобы холдеры токенов или NFT получали свои проценты. Да, у тебя есть еще вопрос, Гео?
Нет, sense, Роза.
Окей, да, Дима, привет, можешь задавать вопрос свой.
Добрый день всем. Я хотел узнать, почему минусовые сделки не вознаграждаются на платформе. Это могло бы быть как своего рода компенсация за проигрыши и привлечь пользователей. Почему спрашиваю? Потому что показывал платформу нескольким людям, они попробовали, зашли, не получилось, разочаровавшись, плюнули, ушли. Я говорил, ребята, дело не в этом, зарабатывайте баллы, и уже слушать как бы не хотят. Это как бы вопрос-предложение. Спасибо.
You can help me with this one, Slav.
Yeah, sure. So it's like the member who asked this question. He has a question about if you lose, your bet, you did not get any points. So then our member show this project to his friends. They tried to make some bets, and then they lost, and they don't understand what it's okay to lose some money because you can get points from this, and then you maybe later be rewarded for it. So it's like maybe it will be better if if you lose some bets, you will additionally awarded for it's like maybe some cash back. So this is where concern is. It's like it's like a feedback from our community.
Well, losing bets also earn points, right? For AZURO score. So there is no difference if the bet wins or loses. They still get the same amount of points for AZURO score. Yeah, I understand the feedback about cashback on bets. It's yeah, I mean cashback is like lower margin, to be honest. And I would say like all of these things, it's a good feedback. It's just at the moment the focus is on making progress with the core proposition. Like there isn't, as you can see, like there hasn't been much focus on like retention programs or loyalty or stuff like that. Really, the only thing that we've done is the AZURO score, and obviously when people place bets on the front ends, then they can earn the score. But apart from that, it's just very early days, right? So what we're doing here is very, very new. It's very hard and tough, and we're just taking, like one at a time. But I think as this evolves, then we will see much more like like cashback and stuff, other forms of kind of reward done, so that also people who lose can just like feel more engaged in the process. So thanks.
Окей. Так, Дим, еще раз вопрос. Ты спрашивал, что если ты проигрываешь, то ты вообще ничего не получаешь, верно? Ну, поинты.
Да, верно.
Мне Росан сказал, что ты поинты в любом случае получаешь, выиграл ты или проиграл.
Да, кстати, странно. Мне тоже казалось, что если ты проигрываешь, то не получаешь поинты. У меня, получается, видимо, я тоже немножко видимо, не туда смотрел. Получается, в любом случае, да, получаешь?
Окей, попробуйте еще раз, посмотрите, где может быть, но на данный момент... Да?
Is it right? In any case, we get farm points, or lose or win.
With betting,
Doesn't matter.
no matter if you win or lose, you get the point. The points are connected to the bet, not to the outcome of the bet.
Окей.
Понял, да? Поинты зависят от ставки самой, не от выигрыша или проигрыша. Если вы поставили, вы должны получить свои поинты в любом случае. Не знаю, Дима, еще раз посмотри, попробуй, и потом, возможно, даже сможешь переубедить своих друзей. На данный момент, если отвечать, в принципе, на фидбэк, он очень хороший, спасибо тебе за него. Сейчас как раз-таки основная цель была сделать этот лидерборд, чтобы он работал и функционировал, то есть не было какого-то конкретного фокуса на про какую-то программу лояльности или удержания пользователей. Это все будет дорабатываться. На данный момент это что-то новое на рынке, и, это нормально, когда, есть какие-то недоработки, значит, есть куда стремиться улучшиться и так далее. Вот. В принципе, это ответ на вопрос. У тебя есть еще какой-то вопрос?
Нет, все, спасибо. Дальше, методом изучения, методом практики буду смотреть.
Окей, спасибо тебе за вопросы. Так, Даня Оки.
Данёку,
правильно?
Данёку.
Данёку,
Да.
здорово.
Привет,
По-английски, по-русски будешь?
По-английски спрошу.
Окей, давай.
Hi, Rosen. Hi, Rick. So, first question is, what is the big difference between your AZURO project and other popular sites like stake.com, and why should people choose you? Because I can just go to any popular bookmaker, make a deposit through cryptocurrency and bet. So this first question. And second question, is KYC verification required on your site as it is on other bookmakers?
Yeah. Thank you, Danioko. So first, AZURO is very different if you compare to a stake.com, for example, and in a few ways. The first way, from the end user perspective, like the guy like you who goes and bets, the difference there is with AZURO, like if you do it on a website that uses AZURO technology, right, like Bookmaker XYZ or BetSwirl or some of the others, you have 100% certainty that you're getting your winnings, because you don't give your money, you don't deposit. Yeah, with AZURO. With stake.com, you go and deposit your money, and the stake.com promises that they're gonna give you your money back if you want it back. Yeah, and in most cases they do, of course. The difference with AZURO is you don't deposit anywhere. Yeah, you make a bet directly with a smart contract, and once the market is settled, that smart contract allows you to claim your winnings. Yeah, and no matter what application or front end or website you use, as long as this website is, like basically using our technology, then it means that they have no control to stop you getting your money. Yeah. Whereas at stake and any other, just similar, a service, they can always decide to tell you, hey, listen, like, why don't you send me like some verification, or like to delay, etc., etc. Like, so that's the main difference from the user perspective, right? But AZURO is very different in the sense that AZURO is not, AZURO is not a stake. Yeah, you cannot bet with AZURO. Yeah, you bet with a website or application that uses AZURO. So we are like the backend. Yeah, the decentralized on-chain backend for businesses like stake, to be started. But where it's very different is that we just make it so much easier for like anybody, like somebody who maybe has some reach to users, or somebody who wants to build something, or like an influencer or Twitch streamer or something like this. It's just way easier to say, okay, I'm gonna create some, like website or app and try to engage and monetize users. So we are a B2, AZURO is a B2B proposition, right? And then thirdly, also like from the prospect of like maybe LPs, or if somebody doesn't want to bet directly but they still want to participate in this industry of betting, AZURO makes it possible, right? Because you cannot really you cannot go and like participate in stake.com unless they employ you, or you go and bet, right? Whereas with AZURO, you can come and you can provide liquidity, for example, to the pools, and then obviously you get parts of the profits, right, of the betting business. Or you could build an application, etc. Or in the future you could actually be part of this, like of the DAO, and benefit in that way as a token holder. So we make it more easy for different participants as well to participate in this massive industry, that is global, as opposed to how it is with the centralized companies.
Yeah, thank you. I understand that everything is much decentralized on your platform. It's okay. That's all my questions. Everything else I heard during Emma. Thank you.
Thank you.
Так, окей. Я вижу, что вы там сами разобрались, но я быстренько...
Ну, ты ответь, да, переведи немножко, чтобы люди
Да,
знали.
да. Хорошо. Данёку спросил... Основной вопрос был это, чем вы отличаетесь от других конкурентов, таких как stake.com, да? Я просто не знаю о нем.
Да, все верно.
Ага, вот. И, соответственно, Ростан ответил, что первое — это с точки зрения пользователя, что ты участвуешь не конкретно с площадкой, а со смарт-контрактами, и это более децентрализованная история, ты в любом случае получаешь там выигрыш, или не получаешь, если ты проиграл. Да, а в отличие от стейка, они говорят, что там в любой момент ты можешь получить свой выигрыш. Соответственно, вторая часть — это то, что это, по сути, бэкэнд для различных приложений, там, любых каких-то беттинговых игр, приложений, событий и так далее. То есть проекты могут строиться на AZURO протоколе. Это второй. И третий вариант — это ты можешь не только ставки ставить, да, если ты не хочешь этого делать, там, лудоман, допустим. Ты можешь, соответственно, просто билдить какие-то приложения, которые позволяют делать ставки, либо же ты можешь предоставлять ликвидность и зарабатывать с того, что, соответственно, ты предоставляешь ликвидку проекту. В принципе, вот такие вот вопросы-ответы были от Данёку и Росна. Okay, thank you, guys. Yeah, let's continue. Do we have...
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's
Where was Buduveb? And he want to, what is your
where Buduveb?
question? Yeah, Buduveb was before, but he left, and yeah, I want to find his question. Can you... Это про покер, правильно, Будувеб?
Я
Okay,
не нахожу.
да. So, Rosen, yeah, question for you. It's do you plan in the future add a poker or some gambling mechanics or another, gambling games and make, like a decentralized casino or something like that?
Yes and yes. We focused on sports because we had in the initial team of core contributors, we had a lot of experience from this industry, and we believe that we see exactly what is needed, and we also saw how to do it. Like on crypto rails, right? To make it work. And we are still doing this. Yeah, our focus is still on sports betting. But I think closer to maybe the end of this year, early first half of next year, we should have live betting as well, which is like the big achievement that is still not there. And I think at this stage we have basically done a lot, basically covered a lot of the gap between on-chain sports betting and centralized sports betting, and they will never be the same, right? So of course, maybe on the centralized variant, you have some more markets, etc., and it will depend, but the core things will be there. And as this happens, the natural progression, and this is the general story, is of course like having also games of chance or like things that look like casino games, but again with the principle of having it on chain. And poker also, like actually there is a team, it's called Poker DAO, and it's like a sister team to AZURO. So it's some of our smartest developers from the early stage from AZURO are working on Poker DAO and at the moment, and we expect them to go live in mainnet as well, probably soon. So there will be a solution that we bring to the table in regards to poker as well through this project.
Thank you. Да, Будувеб задал вопрос, будет ли планироваться добавление покера, рулетки и других игр, связанных с гэмблингом, и сделать, так сказать, децентрализованное казино. Ростон сказал, что да, это в планах. В принципе, как и любые игры с каким-то процентом выигрыша, шансом, так как это игровая, беттинговая история, то да, все это планируется добавляться. И вот уже Пик скинул ссылку на Twitter-профиль PokerDAO. Это, получается, ответвление как раз самого Азура, команда Азура. Они делают как раз-таки PokerDAO и в скором времени собираются выходить в майнет. Ну и, соответственно, скорее всего, станут частью Азура. Или уже являются частью Азура. Вот. Окей. So, yes, next one is who was first, Alex or Tatiana? Okay, ladies go first. So,
Alex first.
Okay, Alex. Hello, Alex. Mute your micro. Да, привет. Задавай вопрос, как тебе удобней. Если что, тебя не слышно. Ты не говоришь. Вполне возможно, либо по своим настройках, либо зайди, перезайди. Хотя лучше не перезаходить, наверное. Потому что
Нет, Алекс, у него микрофон включен. Его не слышно все равно, да?
Да, его не слышно.
Окей. Не-не, сейчас ограничения сняты, я демонстрацию экрана выключил пока, сейчас 1500 может быть человек.
Окей, Алекс, можешь попробовать перезайти? А пока Татьяна, задай вопрос, пока Алекс разбирается с микрофоном. Okay, so yeah, I have a question from Alex Gold. Yeah, do you have official bot to track, bets from AZURO, some Telegram bot maybe, which will be notified you about, the results of ended events?
Their official no, but there is a new project building on AZURO, and let me put it in the chat. It's called CoWager, and already they have a bot in Telegram which is pushing alerts about bigger bets, so like whale bets. And I think soon they also have betting directly from Telegram as well. So I think they just like put it up a few days ago. So this is very, very early days. The guys are working on it as we speak. So it will, I think, it will get much better. But yes, check CoWager. They're working on Telegram bot integration, and at the moment it's very simple. Again, like it's just alerts, but they will do much more in the future.
I just want to jump in quickly. So the guys at Bookmaker XYZ, they actually developed their own Telegram bot, which does pretty much what you asked. It will let you track bets from certain wallets. It doesn't have a huge amount of functionality at the moment, but if you want to follow a specific wallet address, you can do that within their bot.
So can you drop a link, maybe some?
If you guys go on the Bookmaker XYZ website, you will see it. I'll just post a link for you guys. Give me a second.
Yeah, put the link as well. I'll put the link to the CoWager website, but also from the website there, guys, you can get to the CoWager bot as well.
Да, соответственно, у Алекса Голда был вопрос, есть ли какой-то бот официальный, неофициальный для отслеживания ставок на AZURO в Telegram, чтобы уведомлял о результате завершенных событий. И официального нету от AZURO, но есть готовые решения. Вот CoWager скинул Rosen, и еще скинул пик Bookmaker XYZ. Вы можете посмотреть их. Я так понимаю, Bookmaker XYZ — это более как раз-таки, что закрывает потребности Алекса Голда. Росен посоветовал CoWager, но там можно отслеживать ставки китов. Там, я так понимаю, они еще пока разрабатывают. Они двигаются в этом направлении, они улучшат функционал, но пока что там, я так понял, можно отслеживать только ставки китов и что-то еще может. Окей. So that's it from Alex Gold. Am I right? Что-то еще у тебя есть, Alex Gold? Или все?
Да, вроде все. Давай, Татьяна, жги про токеномику.
Yeah. Oh, Tatiana left.
Left.
Chat. So.
Okay. Question from Tatiana. Do you have some tokenomics maybe? We know we now we don't see tokenomics, but maybe if you some hidden things about what allocated to community from tokenomic.
Yes, I can share this, and again, like as we now obviously just with the further product updates and scaling and so forth, and we spoke about the ambassador program. I would definitely say that over the next weeks we will start also the process to really communicate more about the plans with token, and I think it's going to be a gradual process, but yeah, step by step, but still there will be more and more information. We have 37% in total allocated in the tokenomics for community. there is no decisions apart from the 1% that I mentioned for the ambassador program. There is no other, clarity as of today on the exact allocations of the rest of this. But the total is 37%.
Так, да, Рэнд, можешь вопрос по-русски задать? Или он на английском?
Нет, вопрос был просто про токеномику, по сути дела.
Ага.
Сколько было распределено токеномики на комьюнити? Вот это главный вопрос.
Ответ 37%. Проценты на другие части, так скажем, на маркетинг, там, фонды и так далее, пока что мы не говорим об этом, но точно можно сказать, что будет 37% для комьюнити. И постепенно информация о токене с каждой недели будет добавляться командой. So, Tatiana, do you have another question? So question from Tatiana, how you will incentivize users and maybe future stakeholders?
I think the AZURO score program is already the main thing that that we use to kind of engage and allow basically anyone who really wants to come and contribute in one way or another, be it again maybe contribute with liquidity or contribute with betting, contribute with building applications, or or with the ambassador program. So there's a number of ways, but I think the score is in general the wide and open program to allow people to get a piece of AZURO from the outset. And after there is a token on the market, I do believe that it will continue, that there is some form of incentivization then with the actual token, be it through farming or something like this, depending on what are the where are the parts and the areas of the protocol that need support through incentivization. Because if it is not necessary, and the earlier it is not necessary, then I guess in my view it is the better for the token holders, because it means that the protocol in general has gotten to a stage where the product market fit is very strong, the traction is very strong, and people need the solutions that we are bringing to the market, and then just obviously having a piece of that protocol will be the main benefit. We wouldn't need to incentivize people to do something. But it's a process, of course, and depending on how things go. For now, again, the main thing is the AZURO score program. After that, if incentivization is needed for some areas of the protocol through farming of the token after the token is live, and then at the end, no further incentivization apart from the fact that people who have the token or participate will be rewarded accordingly to their participation as part of the economic model of AZURO.
Okay. Я потерял так. Татьяна задавала вопрос, какие способы, так скажем, стимулирования пользователей в плане вознаграждения какого-то представляет AZURO. И Росин ответил, что на данный момент, в принципе, стимулирование пользователей AZURO уже, можно сказать, поставлено, идет на ходу. Это и, так скажем, построение каких-то приложений, и добавление ликвидности, и основное это, конечно же, сам лидерборд, да, AZURO. И, в принципе, этого достаточно, чтобы отслеживать и вознаграждать пользователей, а также, в принципе, сам протокол по себе является уникальным и, в принципе, с очень сильным продукт-фитом, что, в принципе, позволяет даже не совсем думать о том, что нужно как-то дополнительно вознаграждать, потому что, в принципе, решение действительно уникальное на рынке. Rosen, you didn't use Zilli or something, another a different platform for gamification. So you do on your own. Am I right?
I actually am not aware of how's it called, Zilli?
Yeah, Zilli. We do Zilli like for 8 months. Yaron can tell you more about it. So
It's Crew 3, Rawson. They changed their name.
yeah. It's crew free.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
Yeah. No, and this is actually more for peak. So maybe he should take a note. But we did the campaign with Layer 3, and we did some campaigns with Galaxy, and I think they're kind of similar. But apart from that, like for ongoing engagement, yeah, we want to put all the focus on the AZURO Score program. It is we don't want to we don't want to create a situation where the AZURO Score is the main thing, like for people to get access and become part of what AZURO is, right? And we don't want to be like having kind of side things, and to kind of dilute the value of this program by having too much gamification and so forth around it. So I think for now, really, we want to focus on the AZURO Score, and if there's anything on the side, it's probably going to be connected to free bets or like something else, but not really to the AZURO Score. We want the AZURO Score to be solid, rigid, everybody to know exactly how it works, and to not to dilute it with too much external complexity and so forth. So
Okay.
things are gonna stay like this.
Yeah, thank you. Да, я просто спросил, возможно, какие-то другие компании были, например, в Zilli, в бывшем Crew 3, да, и Ростом ответил, что были интеграции с Layer 3, были интеграции с Galaxy, какие-то компании, но, да, основной фокус хочется делать на лидерборде AZURO и сделать его основным, и, так скажем, не делать расфокусировку и какое-то большое количество геймификации на сторонних сайтах и ресурсах. Вот, и основной вещью делать как раз-таки фарминг токенов, фарминг поинтов через выставление ставок. Okay, so Alex Bita, you can... Yeah.
Всем привет, слышно меня?
Привет. Да, хорошо.
У меня несколько вопросов. Вот первый, планируется ли лайв-ставки добавлять линию вместе с прем-матчем?
Давай по очереди. Это первый вопрос, да? Okay, so yeah, Rosen question from Alex Bita. Do you plan to, add some live bets to bets in, live matches?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the biggest next step from a tech update perspective. And we've made a lot of progress on this. This is actually something very hard, even in the centralized, betting world. It's obviously harder in the crypto on-chain betting world, but we hope that in Q4 we'll have it live up.
Да, ответ на вопрос. Это сейчас один из главных вещей, которым занимается AZURO. И в четвертом квартале, это, если правильно понимаю, с октября по декабрь, вот они собираются добавить лайв-события.
Спасибо. Второй вопрос. AZURO использует каких-то своих специалистов для выставления коэффициентов, или они закупают где-то сторонние организации линию?
Okay. So Rosen, the question is how the odds works. Is it your own team, or you just connect with another bookmakers and they reject the correct odds on different events?
It's not or. It's actually and also other things. So the odds are a hybrid market plus Oracle pricing. This the Oracle part is initially when the market appears for the first time on the protocol. This is a function of pricing from external, like data providers in the traditional betting world. Yeah. But after that, the odds on AZURO start moving through the virtual AMM that we have for sports betting, which means each bet after that moves the odds a little bit, automatically. However, still, at certain occasions, the odds might be changed not only by the bets by people on the chain, but by the Oracle coming and interfering to change the odds because they deviated from what is perceived as correct pricing again in the outside world. So that is why most of the time the odds move, like through the AMM. But at certain times it's basically an Oracle solution. So it's a combination of external data, on-chain automatic, like market maker pricing, and occasionally triggering again external data to come and update odds if that's needed, but that's in like a smaller part of the cases.
Okay, yeah, thanks for the explanation. Да, это получается гибрид, смесь как раз-таки прогрузка данных от традиционных букмекерских ораклов, от ораклов, да, соответственно, ставка выставляется. В дальнейшем это уже коррелируется маркетом, да, то есть именно ставки на самой платформе, они, как говорится, регулируются AMM, и в принципе, вот такой гибрид и работает. То есть сначала прогружаются данные, потом немножко изменяется самим маркетом. Но в дальнейшем также может вмешаться обратно Oracle и обратно скорректировать с реальными данными по событию. Вот.
Спасибо. И последний вопрос. Почему заблокирован доступ к сайту Bookmaker Hood для жителей Российской Федерации? Ограничение стоит по доступу.
So,
now, AZURO and the Bookmaker and the other, websites and applications are, separate. And each application, each website would decide how they would like to go, like with regards to, their acceptance towards legal and regulatory risk and stuff like that. Obviously, you can appreciate that betting in general, gambling is not, it really depends on the country and geography, how it is regulated. Bookmaker XYZ in particular, I think block US, China, Russia, and a few other countries. And in these countries, I believe it is very, clear that unlicensed betting and gambling is illegal. So it really is up to the decision of whoever provides the front end environment where people can place the bets. And in the case with Bookmaker XYZ, they've taken the decision that some countries, and again, I mentioned some of these, right? They would rather block via IP address, so that in general, I guess in their view, this is less risky for them to operate this website. Some of the other front ends don't have any other blocks. Some other front ends on AZURO and some other general, applications in the space. Some of them have some blocks, others don't have any. But it really depends on the team that is behind, that application that allows the people to place the bets, right? How they want to do it.
Да, в принципе, как я и думал, AZURO, в принципе, не ответственна за то, что... То есть AZURO — это просто слой для того, чтобы построить различные приложения и так далее. А, соответственно, уже от самого приложения зависит, как они собираются взаимодействовать и какие у них, так скажем, разрешения и ограничения. Например, вот тот сайт, который ты назвал, он запретил доступ. И AZURO никак с этим не связано и никак не может на это повлиять, потому что он просто является бэкэндом. Соответственно, и другие приложения разрешают и как бы не запрещают заходить на этот сайт. А тот сайт банит, получается, по IP. Вот. И еще вопросы?
И все, спасибо.
Wait, Slava, we have a fire event. We open ambassador application form in chat. Some chat has some parallel live in the voice. Right, Rosen?
Just before, can I stop you and interrupt you, Ren? Rosson, there's quite a good question in the chat, and I know this one's kind of came up quite a lot. If you want to check there from Lef, and it's about kind of the comparison to Betfair. I know we've kind of touched on this in the past. If you want to have a quick look at that one.
Yes.
Just like a couple up above the ambassador form application.
Yes. Well, to Lev, I would say, Lev, Betfair is how many betting exchanges that can you actually name, and how many bookmakers do you know of in the world? My point here being, betting exchanges in the traditional world, they are a very niche proposition for the pro players, and they represent a tiny fraction of the volumes and the actual users. The user proposition that won, like in the battle between the bookmaker and the exchange, is the one of the bookmaker, right? And Bet365, William Hill, 888, DraftKings, FanDuel, Stake, whatever, like you name it. 99.9% of the betting in the world happens on the sports books, because they can provide a superior betting proposition to the retail, normal user. Now, for the pro player and trader, the exchange is the right product, but this is a very small amount of the players, and that is why we took the direction of developing AZURO as a platform to build decentralized sports books or bookmakers, just because this is the model that is much more appealing to the mass user, as opposed to the exchange model. Actually, on crypto rails, the exchange model, which is basically a peer-to-peer exchange, has existed for many years in the like in the likes of Polymarket and Augur and some other more betting projects. But we believe that this will always remain, just how it was in the traditional world, a niche proposition. It has a space for it, but this space is much smaller than the space for the bookmaker.
So so the main question was окей, я так понимаю, Лев, просто большое сообщение, сейчас, секунду.
А тут Будуэб на трибуне. Будуэб, у тебя вопрос?
I put the question in the chat, Slava.
Yeah, thank you. So thank you so much, Rosen. Budweb, could you please ask your question, or?
Что-то Будуэб пропал куда-то. Будуэб?
So I can just check.
Так, давай.
Questions. Yeah, here.
Let's continue. Лили Форд.
Всем привет.
Да, привет. Можешь задавать тогда вопрос.
Хотел спросить про двойные поинты. Планируется ли еще запуск такой кампании, как было в конце мая? Или уже все?
Okay, so yeah, Rosen, a question from Luffy Gord. In May, am I right? There was some, some campaign when you can get X, when you can double your points. Am I right? Do you plan to, do it again?
Yes, but not exactly the same. So the AZURO Score Phase 2, which we'll announce as per plan in the middle of August, will allow people to get more points than they did before for the same activity, because it introduces also the odds as part of the criteria for the points generation. And also, the doubling of the points will be possible through the leaderboard. Yeah, so it will not be the same campaign, but it will be possible. So watch out for the announcements about AZURO Score Phase 2.
Да, ответ. Жди второй версии скорборда. Будет подобная акция, но немножко другой механикой.
Окей, спасибо. А есть ли уже информация или планы о том, как эти поинты будут меняться с настоящими токенами, или еще нету? 1 к 1 или какой-то другой пропорции?
Okay. So what is Блин. Так.
I guess the question, Slava, was if it is clear how much points get how much tokens.
Yeah. How much
Yes.
points and how much
Yeah.
tokens? Thank you.
No.
Equal, or maybe less,
Yeah.
more.
So, the AZURO Score program works like this. We will allocate a certain amount of the tokens for the whole program. And then how much tokens anybody gets depends on what percentage of the total points that were farmed each person has. So there will not be like a coefficient where you get, like, let's say 1 point for 1 token, but it will be, for example, AZURO decides that it allocates 15% of total token supply to the program, or whatever it is, like the percent, and then this whole amount of tokens is distributed proportionately depending on how much points each address has. So, for example, if you have 1% of the points in general, then you get 1% of the 15% of the tokens of the total, supply. So, yeah.
Да, ответ... Да, ты рано хотел что-то ответить? Окей. Это не будет работать в каком-то соотношении токен к токену, это будет работать в соотношении... Есть 1%... Нет, есть определенное количество токенов, которое выделено на эту программу, и какой процент, соответственно, от твоих очков, от общего количества очков, оно и будет выплачено. То есть будет выплачено в твоем проценте от того, сколько ты нафармил от общего количества очков. Окей. So, do you have... do you have...
ask question?
Okay, so...
Could I ask a question?
Sure, let's go.
Okay. About this leaderboard. So, if you look at a leaderboard, you see 10 points. 10 points, top 10, and your place, and that's all. But of course, I want to see full leaderboard and total points for understanding. But now it is...
Yeah, we actually discussed it just today. I cannot say 100%, but we're gonna decide on this in the next days, and if it's approved with AZURO Score Phase 2, we will show much more, a much bigger leaderboard, and we're gonna show total points. So each person will be able, like, again, if we finalize the decision on this, each person will be able to see what part of the total points are their own points.
Рен, задашь вопрос?
Да, окей, Фэнс. Вопрос просто про таблицу лидеров борта. Соответственно, сейчас, если посмотреть таблицу, там 10 только видно лидеров, вот, и, соответственно, только себя. Ну вот он как раз ответил, что они обсуждали это, и, возможно, да, они сделают, будут видно только 100 первых там, что ли. Ну, в общем, не будет не вся таблица видна, да, но будет еще больше видно.
Топ-100.
Вот, таблица топ-100, да, там вот, чтобы было более наглядно для понимания, сколько вообще total поинтов и так далее, на каком месте примерно, сколько ожидать, ну вот в этом духе.
Okay. So, yeah, there was a question from Budweb, but I can't get it. So, what question from Budweb? What is the roadmap for your project's development?
Так это уже был, по-моему, мне кажется.
Был?
Или не было?
Ты задавал?
Ну, окей.
Could mention the biggest, I guess, things like, so there's many, of course, like smaller things, but some of the biggest. Bet cash outs, Ren asked about this. Live betting, it is huge. Live betting is huge. And then from there on, platform for casino games development. Poker, obviously not from AZURO, but from the sister project from PokerDAO. And on the protocol side, a lot of improvements with regards to how quick it is to start a betting website, how quick it is to build an application, improvements to the pools, the creation of the pools, because at the moment each pool requires its own oracle, which is very costly. Well, yeah, a lot of upgrades on that side, essentially. And of course, like optimization. There is a AZURO V3, which is just like more efficient, etc. But the main things, yeah, I just mentioned.
Yeah, thank you. So, да, вопрос был, какие по родмапу у проекта, какой родмап у проекта по разработке. Соответственно, конечно, это основное это кэш-аут, то есть, я так понимаю, NFT, да, кэш-аут, когда ты можешь во время ставки продать NFT и захеджироваться, так скажем. В дальнейшем это лайв-ставки, которые уже упоминались, и тоже упоминались, это платформа для гемблинга. Да, уже есть дочерний покер, они разрабатываются, ну, соответственно, хочется сделать полноценную инфраструктуру. По поводу разработки, это скорость, увеличение скорости, то есть это и построить приложение на основе протокола, да, и поставить ставку намного легче, проще, создание пулов, не используя Oracle, так как сейчас это достаточно затратно. Ну и, соответственно, в принципе, оптимизация всех процессов и улучшение протокола. So, the second question from Budweb. So the betting market is very large. Do you have any plans to partner with Web2 projects?
Yes, I think after live and some, like of the further improvements to the protocol, it is more possible to really offer a service, a B2B service to more traditional partners. Before that, I believe that also, like from a different perspective, more from an investment perspective, some of the big traditional companies are looking at this space, and the growth in general with like cryptocurrency betting is massive. But also some of them appreciate that also that at a technological level there's things that the space can deliver. and I think it's also possible that some of them would like to try to get to invest in AZURO. But in terms of us servicing the more traditional industry, it will take more time. At the moment, we still need to do more things of the core kind of, like product updates so that it becomes relevant for the more traditional industry because they're used to different things.
Yeah, thanks. Вопрос для Блувеба был, беттинговый рынок достаточно большой, и есть ли планы партнериться с веб-проектами? И Россен ответил, что да, это стоит в планах, но на данный момент сейчас фокус на разработке, на то, чтобы проект стал лучше, и вполне, и в дальнейшем, да, будут такие интеграции, то есть как раз-таки именно B2B какие-то интеграции для традиционных компаний, которые захотят себя попробовать в криптосфере. So, guys, there is a lot... короче, очень много всего в чате. Если у кого-то руки еще, или... Да, Рен.
I have some question. Could you reveal something or provide something information from new fundraising, or it's not disclosure, it's not open public information now?
No. When it can be public, we can.
Да, Рен хотел инсайдов по фандрайзингу, но Розен пока сказал, что пока что нет возможности какой-то информации дать. So, yeah. Рен, что-то еще? Я просто тяжело следить за всем.
Еще 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and that's all, I think. Usually we have 2 hours AMA. Is it right for you?
You didn't tell me. No, it's great. It's great. I love it. Don't worry.
Oh, that's great. So, yeah, I think the main question right now from our community is how to become an ambassador. And am I right? They should apply a form. But right now, the question is, do you need another ambassadors right now? Maybe some Russian ambassadors who are ready to contribute on Russian language, because to be honest, there is a lot of users from Web2 who are do bets, and I'm like in the past I was have some big problems with gambling, and I don't do it anymore, but I know it's huge in Russia, so maybe in the CIS region in general, like Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Belarus. So do you have slots for the ambassadors, and especially from Russian ambassadors?
We have slots for good ambassadors. And the form, the form is really like comprehensive, right? So we ask people, like, I think, I don't know, maybe it's like 9-10 columns, right? And some of them is like really to see how they can show their understanding of what we're doing, how they can show how they could contribute, what type of content do they create, do they have also, like, of course, sharing their channels, like, do they have reach, right? Do they have reach in Twitter? Do they have reach in Telegram? Do they have reach in Discord, etc., or anywhere, YouTube, Twitch, whatever, right? So it's a combination of, like, if they can produce strong, compelling, good content, and their reach. Yeah. So for good ambassadors, no matter the language, I think crypto is totally global, and we also appreciate some of the partners, some of the core contributors, many actually, and also on the developer side are Russian or Russian speaking with AZURO as well. So we embrace the heritage, and we embrace the strength of this, right? So there's no problem about it. But again, like we need strong people. Like if people are not able to produce strong content, and if they don't have reach, then we're not gonna approve the application, of course.
Yeah, and here's a joke from Lev. He said what the crisis guy who asked this question. He's a lot of talker. He doesn't have good socials, but he very good at talking. So you cannot find another ambassadors like him. So where is the joke?
Yeah, well, I mean, if he manages to seduce Auri, who is looking at the applications, all good.
Окей. So, да, Crysis, если чувствуешь, подавай заявку и показывай все свои скиллы. So, yeah. He'll sell your project to everyone.
Sounds good. To me, it sounds good.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
So,
Important question for me, and I think from our community, from Russia community. Are you planning to implement QAC? It's very
Yeah.
mhm.
So again, about AZURO's role in in this whole thing. Actually, like we did AZURO like for generally this way, not for this main reason, but this is one of the nice benefits of it. AZURO is this technology, right? Permissionless, open, which allows through smart contracts for different people like you, me, and others to come together. Some people put like liquidity in the pools. Like the Oracle is helping with the odds, and then then the smart contracts are handling the money. So you take the smart contract, takes the bet, then spills out the winnings, etc., right? So this is what AZURO is, right? AZURO does not deal with the better, right? So the decision like to do KYC or not do KYC is a decision that is taken at the side of the website, right, or the application, like Bookmaker XYZ in this case, yeah. But also it is their responsibility, and also it is their risk. Meaning, like if they want to be very aggressive, right, they say, okay, no KYC, just connect MetaMask and you bet, etc. And for example, again, some websites they take no block, they make no blocks, etc., right? And for now, I think with crypto, obviously, there's many, like you can build things and you can put things live without a company, right? Without a legal entity, without you can be anonymous or pseudonymous, etc. So it's possible to really like for teams to create like really aggressive applications, let's say, in this way, and just go very, very raw, right, without KYC and stuff. But this is not a decision for AZURO. AZURO is the technology layer, and this technology like is provided by the essentially when we also launch the token and also the DAO, etc., is decentralized. Then this technology is like by the people for the people, right? And AZURO cannot stop anyone to create an application or to stop a website or to start a website. It really is permissionless, right? So anybody can come and do whatever they want with this technology, right? But whoever creates an environment, right, like a website or app or whatever, for people to bet, then they will need to make these decisions. But I think the reality will probably always remain from this point onwards that some builders, decide to be aggressive and they decide to, like have no KYC and nothing. And other builders, like decide to be more traditional and they will take KYC, and maybe they will also maybe they will sometimes not like the players and tell them, goodbye, you're a good player, we don't want you, etc. Like these things that are normal in the traditional industry. So I think we will see both. But the big difference is that, the technology now allows for anybody to take the route that they want to take. At the AZURO level, we will not be able to enforce, like this or say like this is happening or not happening. I think that's how we see it.
окей. So, да, если кратко, Рен спросил про курс, будет ли вводиться курс в AZURO. Соответственно, AZURO как раз-таки показывает, что они децентрализованные и что они созданы для пользователей. Нет, это было лишнее. Да, извиняюсь. Соответственно, сделано для пользователей, и оно не требует никаких подтверждений данных, чего бы то ни было. Но это не зависит от того, кто строит веб-сайт или приложение, и у которых будет свое, так сказать, окружение и свое видение, и они будут сами решать, вводить KYC или нет. Соответственно, AZURO остается максимально децентрализованным и не собирается никого ограничивать или вводить какие-то, знаете, требования, но они не могут никак повлиять на проекты, которые будут строиться вокруг AZURO, на протоколе AZURO. Ребят, где еще осталось вопросы? Можете быстро их, там, не знаю, пометить, чтобы я быстренько их предиктовал? Yes, am I right, Rosen? Everyone can, build their project on your platform if we talk about betics, right? And which language should you use? JavaScript.
Just JavaScript, and at the moment it takes about, like, it really depends. Like if they want to build something like Bookmaker XYZ, which is, I'd say, very good, like UI. Maybe it will take them 2-3 weeks right now, but soon we're gonna have more tooling, more ready components and stuff. So we want to bring it under a few days. Yeah. But even today, if they want to build something more simple, yeah. So like you just have, for example, the top markets of the day, and like it's just simple, like place bet, and there isn't like sections and filters and stuff. They can do it in a few days, and just JavaScript, no Solidity, nothing.
Yeah, that's great. Да, соответственно, сейчас JavaScript, и это примерно занимает 3 недели забилдить какой-то проект на протоколе, но скоро будет разрабатываться тулзы, которые будут позволять намного быстрее, в течение пары дней строить проекты. So yeah, the crisis tells what he can, recommend your platform for different projects, and you can, collaborate. So he already offer the ambassador services, right in the middle of a session. So do you, it's like if someone brings to you a project, project. Do this contributor make some, maybe some percentage from this, like it's like lead, or you just, how it's all work?
There's no already basically setup for this, but we are open to anyone who would like to do something like this to discuss with them.
Окей, пока что нету crisis, но мы готовы обсуждать, есть ли какой-то процент, но пока что нет какой-то готовой модели. Да, Татьяна, можно будет организовывать, но, соответственно, без в дальнейшем, да, но нужно будет также подтверждение, что ставки являются, корректными и, так скажем, подтверждены маркетом. То есть можно построить, но ликвидности от AZURO придется поработать над этим.
Нет, главная проблема оракулов, что типа ставки действительно из внешнего мира были сработаны действительно корректно. Вот в этом основная фишка и проблема, я думаю. Я тоже пока не могу понять, как это решить, если это наше. То есть мы сами организуем ноды в том же линке, например, или как-то это сделать, чтобы эти внешние данные были действительно корректны. То есть надо какое-то подтверждение, интеграцию с линком, я не знаю. Но это так, я обсуждение чуть-чуть.
Тогда, Рен, может быть, это просто как типа там достаточно, что либо онлайн мероприятие, чтобы это было.
Да.
Его,
Ну ладно, это мы сейчас...
Типа, если это онлайн, типа ты ведешь его онлайн, получается. Просто подтверждение какое-то должно быть, да, что ты типа онлайн, не запись какая-то.
Да. Просто сейчас мы все перейдем, да, Слав, продолжай.
Ну, интересно, да, прикольно.
Okay, so Rosen, yeah, I have another question. It's about, like poker thing, because we do we started a tradition to make some poker days. It's like in a Friday evening. So then we can try a poker DAO when you expect it to four-way launch.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I will need to check about this. But I know that the guys, like they're in testnet. I know they're obviously working very hard to get this into mainnet as well. But yeah, I don't know.
Do you have some incentives also, some programs, or some incentive testnets, or it's just we're testing things and don't promise anything for the users? Could we?
Actually, I am not sure about about this. There isn't like something established, like for example the AZURO score and stuff like this. But I would suggest like you guys actually go and check it out. I think it would be interesting for the people that are interested in poker. I'll put a link here to the testnet.
Okay. Sounds good. Да, ребят, если что, будем пробовать потом играть на PokerDAO, скажем, дочерней компании AZURO. Они сейчас в тестнете, но пока непонятно, когда выйдут в майнет, но можем попробовать как-то провести уже там конкретно в крипто-покере. So, will it be, peer-to-peer bets?
Yes, but it's not our focus. Like people can do peer-to-peer bets on Polymarket, and many other places, which are much older and yeah, it's just not it's not our strength. But this one, it's easy to do. Peer-to-peer bets is the easiest thing to do. Like it's you just let the people, if somebody matches your bet, then you have a bet. The problem there is that if nobody does, like, somebody has to be market making this, but like depending on what the bet is, the market maker is going to lose money, and then it becomes basically you go and open a bet and nobody matches you, and it never works. So this has been the problem with prediction markets. So the option, we will put it there, but again, like this is quite a niche thing, so it's not the main focus.
Окей, да, Алекс Голд по поводу ставок между игроками. Да, это легко сделать, но это не главный фокус AZURO. Соответственно, проблема в том, что, да, ты можешь заключить пари, но тебе, во-первых, нужно быть уверен, что кто-то подтвердит, да, и это может быть твоей самой проблемой, что никто, возможно, не подтвердит твою ставку, потому что, возможно, будет какая-то, нету маркетмейкера, и трудно оценить. Соответственно, это легко сделать, но это не является основным фокусом AZURO. Я не понимаю совсем вопрос Крайзиса, к сожалению. Yeah, wait a minute, please. So, can you be like the solid garant for the bets, or like can you be garants in some ставок где, на чем? Не понимаю. Это как раз-таки является типа peer-to-peer или как? Я не понимаю. So can you be a garant for any bets? Any bets? That is the question.
Yeah, it's the same question as before. Like our technology will be usable to create different bets, but to expose the public pools to these bets, then obviously there needs to be confidence in the pricing of the odds for this market, so that the pool will make money. So if it's like a bet where you say like for example, Slava beat Ren at arm wrestling, then it's not gonna work because you guys are gonna say, "Listen, Ren, I'm gonna beat you today, and we're gonna take the money, right?" So, you know what I mean. So it really depends.
Yeah.
It can be used like people will be able to create, like their own pool if they want, and they'll be able to create markets on top of this pool. But if they want to have public money like AZURO, to make it an official AZURO pool, then there has to be confidence that this is making money.
Да, соответственно, да, вопрос уже примерно звучал. Соответственно, да, ты можешь построить какой-то бет, но без представления ликвидности. Ну, то есть гарантом Азура может быть только в том случае, если все ставки верны и пул может приносить профит, и ставки подтверждены Oracle или маркетмейкером, если я правильно понял. So, what about the fraud and laundry? Do you have some protection from it? Because so do you have any protection about if the money are from the scam or something like that? Do you have some protections?
AZURO is like on chain. Again, like at the protocol level, there isn't any flags about like where the money are from and so forth. Both on the sides of LP is permissionless. The creating of applications is permissionless. Some of these applications that are built also, they are basically permissionless. So direct connection with MetaMask and utilize. So it's a full-on on-chain protocol. So there isn't any information about users that goes together with the transactions. Just like I don't know, Uniswap, Aave, any true DeFi protocol.
So, okay, no, I mean, like, imagine if you will do some peer-to-peer and some guy bet some, freaky bet and someone accept it, and then, it's like maybe some laundry stuff. So you don't, focus on that, and you can do nothing about it. No, you can do nothing about it.
Yeah, I can't see how anybody who again like has a protocol that is on chain could do in the current variant, of the technology. Like if we zoom forward 10, 15 years, 20 years, maybe, maybe we carry, these zero knowledge kind of identities on chain and as NFTs and stuff like that. And then protocols kind of implement such technology so that there are certain checks. But in the reality today, who's going to stop you from, making a swap or on Uniswap or anything like this? So, and Azure is the same.
Да, соответственно, ответ Льву. Нет, соответственно, никак. Это on-chain протокол, децентрализованный, и, ты никак... На данный момент нету решения того, как-нибудь это все предостеречь и предугадать. So, guys, Ren, I think that's it.
Yes, I think we
Cover.
are tired and special guest are tired also.
Yeah. Guys, how are you? How was an MA? Do you like it?
Yeah, and I would just want to thank you so much, both you, Ren, and Slava yourself for all the effort in the translation and everything. Like, I am really, I had a great time, and also I think you did your stuff very professionally. So great job.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
It's been great. It's also been really nice to see the interaction with the community. I'll post some links for our socials, and come join the Discord. Follow Twitter.
Yeah, sure. Feel free to share.
We actually just released the alpha on the opening of the ambassador program as well. You guys are the first to know about that, so get involved. We hope to see some of you guys soon.
thank you so much for your time, guys. It was a pleasure to speak with you. And yeah, if you don't have another words, greeting words, so we can finish this. And maybe see you next